Welcome back to our channel. What do you think? It's time to take a fuel tank out of this OBS F150. You can see the bed's off the truck. We found in all our research is it's easier to working on this stuff, especially when it's older. And you can see here where all the connections are to the rear fuel tank. Trying to get up underneath there, you can do that if with the bed on. We got the bed off. I'm sure you saw that video. If you didn't, you can click up here in this corner. Take you to that. And so Levi, what are we doing now?
Taking off this hose so then we can...
That's the hose to the fuel neck, or the filler. And we did buy a new one of these because this hose is really worn, dry rotted. Now it's difficult to get that off because, why? Because there's a hose on the inside of it. Get those 15-year-old muscles working, right? Okay, we got her loose. How about that? That does look pretty good in there, that Levi. This is here is really dry rotted. So, but we ordered one of those. Got that off. All right, we got ourselves a nozzle. We're gonna blow this dirt on out of here. Close your eyes, close your eyes. Where's your safety glasses? There, you got one off. Now show me how you get the second one off here. Just pry it off with a screwdriver. And that's just that locks that in place, the quick connects. Grab the one of these that fit. In this case, it's 3/8, 9.5 millimeters. Slide that over. Push that down in, you can hear it click. And it pulls right off. This was difficult, trying to get that second one out, the larger of the two. This is a perfect example why it's good to take the bed off, because you have better access to get those fuel lines off. So basically I pushed in on this and just wiggled back and forth and pulled as hard as I could, and it did pop off there. So inside here, there's little strips that go in and out that open up, that grabs a hold of this ring on here. And so when you're pushing this over, it opens it up, and that's how it works. Now we got the two fuel lines off. We can take and pull that off. Now we got a new one of these vents with a new gasket because we noticed on this one it's dry rotted. See here, see how this is dry rotted, coming apart. Now we wouldn't have to replace this, but I think we're going to anyway. So how far are we now?
Just have to disconnect.
So now we got to unhook this wire harness, that, and now you pull. There we go. Nope. Oh, it just slid off of bracket in here. So now you can see in here a little bit better how it works. Okay, I'll pull up on my thumb. Whoops. Oh, yikes. Now we broke it, didn't we? That's not going to hurt it, though. Go ahead and pull on it. It's amazing how tight that is. So there's a clip on both sides. That's why we struggled to get that off. So it had to come off of the frame. Slide it off the frame. There's a bracket under there. It slides on. So that comes apart. And now we got it all loose except for these two straps. You need a 1/2 inch and a ratchet. And how this works, these two straps are bolted down on the front. The back has little clips that go through the frame. So Levi, you want to turn the other way? Yep, you want to go that way. And these are pretty long, so you need a deep well. Probably should have sprayed a little bit of WD-40 on there so that would loosen up a little bit easier. Now that the bolt's coming out some, I'm going to hold up on this with a screwdriver to take up the slack. That helps with that. Now you might have an air power tool or electric nut driver, but most people don't have that type of equipment, so we're going to use the handy dandy way. So what's next? We'll take and remove these straps and pull the whole tank up out. So now you pull this out, and how's this work? Yep, you see the space in there, and it pulls out just like that. Perfect. Now we got the tank all the way over. You can see it's against the frame on the left side. Well, we learned that the tank is not designed to come out the top. There's two pieces of the tank coming together, and there's a seam the whole way around it. Well, it won't come up out. There's just, and it catches on the front lip down on the cross member of the frame and down here on this side. So we're gonna have to remove this bolt and this bolt for the underneath bracket with two bolts on the front. Top, the wrench of some sort. I got a crutching wrench here. And Levi's using what size?
I can't remember. 15 mil.
And you're using a 15 millimeter. So far we got the right side down past the bottom of the frame, and it looks like here in the back left rear corner we got some harnesses here that goes down to what looks like the hitch or the lights and stuff for trailer. So we're gonna move those out of the way. Screwdriver, go slowly so don't break the tabs off. There. Okay, we took this bolt out, got rid of this. I'm not sure if this is factory or not, but we had to move the trailer lights and brakes harness out of the way. So now it should go past. It's popped out over there in the rear. Now we'll just drop this down. Okay, we got the back down on both sides. And now just kind of let it slide down out of the way.
I'm scared.
You're scared? I'm scared too!
It's not funny. This thing weighs like that.
Let's let it go on down. And we left it drop the whole way. Now it's still hooked up on the front. Now there's a little bit of gas in there, probably a couple inches here. And so, let me crawl up on top. And let's slide this left side forward. You want to push that one towards the front of the cab. Yeah, like that. That should slide right out here. If you go that way some. That way a little bit. There we go. We got it out. Or at least we got it loose, don't we? So, pull this bad boy out. What do you think, huh? We got it out. Hallelujah. It took longer than what we thought it was going to take.